Welcome to Midweek Connect from Elim Church Romsey. My name's Dave Walker. This week in our church we've got a week of prayer where we're coming together over 5 days. Well, it's actually 6 days. It started on Sunday night. We're just praying through various aspects, various things that we want God to sort of move into, and just seeking His will and direction for the rest of the year. And so my subject today is prayer. It's how can I pray more effectively? And we're doing a series on Midweek Connect on Wednesdays called How Can I? And this one today is about prayer because, of course, we have a week of prayer. But firstly, there was a couple walking along the road. And one guy's name, the man's name was Peter, and his wife was Mandy. And a robber ran up to them and said, "Give me your money." And they were really startled and thought, "Oh my goodness, what do we do now?" And he said, "Look, I like to know the names of my victims before I rob them." And the lady said, "Well, my name's Mandy." And the robber said, "Oh my goodness, I can't possibly rob you because my late mother's name was Mandy and that's a precious name to me." And so the robber turned to the man and said, "What's your name?" He said, "Well, my name's Peter, but my friends call me Mandy as well." Yeah. If you can't work that out, don't try to work it out. But when we're in difficult situations, we normally pray. But the problem is, quite often we don't pray as much and the times in between. And that can be because we've not possibly had prayers answered in the way that we want them answering in the past. Or maybe we just don't know how to pray. Or maybe we're racked with disappointment or guilt or temptation or whatever. I just want to read a parable from Luke 18 verses 1 to 8. Which talks a little bit about prayer, and I've got some points that I'm going to just list, which will encourage you today. Luke 18, 1 to 8. He told him a parable to the effect that they always ought to pray and not lose heart. He said, "In a certain city there was a judge who neither feared God nor respected man. And there was a widow in that city who kept coming to him and saying, 'Give me justice against my adversary.' For a while he refused to answer her or help her. But afterward he said to himself, 'Though I neither fear God nor respect man, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will give her justice, so that she will not beat me down with her continual coming.'" Do you know something? Isn't it encouraging that that is in the Bible? I mean, how many things are you praying for? Well, I am as well. I'm praying for things. And it's really encouraging to see that. Yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will give her justice so that she will not beat me down with a continual coming. Brilliant. I had to repeat that again because it's so good. And hear the Lord say, hear what the unrighteous judge says. "And will God not give justice to his elect who cry out to him day and night?" And I'm going to leave it there. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? Isn't that encouraging? I've got a list of statistics here about prayer, and this is in America. Okay, so it's probably a similar story per head in the United Kingdom. During the year 2009, total time spent on entertainment, 150 hours. Total time spent on vacationing, 120 hours. Total time spent on sports, 100 hours. This is the statistics for American Christians. Total time spent on hobbies and shopping, 90 hours. Total time spent on drinking coffee, like Starbucks, for instance, 45 hours. Total time spent on attending church services, 40 hours. Bible reading, 7 hours. Prayer, 6 hours. 6 hours during the whole of the year 2009 spent on prayer. I don't know if that challenges you, but it certainly challenges me to sort of step up my prayer life. Here's just a few points, tips on effective prayer. I would say to you, if you're going to pray, pray daily. Pray every single daily. every single day. Mark 1:35-36 talks about, and rising up very early in the morning while it was still dark, he departed and went out to a desolate place. This is Jesus giving the illustration of prayer and why it's so important to pray. And if he did it, then we need to as well. Firstly, pray effectively. Secondly, pray according to God's will. Don't pray for somebody to leave their Rolls Royce out in the street so you can steal it. We pray according to God's will. Number 3, don't hold unforgiveness in your heart. If you deliberately hold unforgiveness in your heart, your prayers will not be answered. Challenge me on this and show me something different in the Bible. Don't hold unforgiveness in your heart. Don't harbour secret sin. In other words, don't pray and think, a bit later on today, I'm going to go out and get absolutely smashed out my head on 50 pints, and then I'm going to rob a bank afterwards. If you have that deliberate intention, your prayers will not be answered. Pray in faith. Try to pray in faith. God likes faith. Don't ignore the cries of others. And try not to have any idols. I'll go through this again. Pray daily. Pray according to God's will. Don't hold unforgiveness in your heart. Don't harbour secret sin. Pray in faith. Don't ignore the cries of others. And have no idols. So I believe the Bible shares various scriptures about prayer and gives us some pointers and some challenges. No, I don't. I've prayed prayers. I've prayed for healing and all kinds of things, and I haven't always seen the answer that I've wanted. I've experienced difficult things in my life and bereavements, and I'm sure many of you have as well. But by and large, if we follow the principles of the Bible, God will work in us, and we'll just see prayer as being more of an adventure. And what challenged me was those statistics earlier about prayer in the American church. 6 hours prayer a year, no way. And I really believe that if we spend more time in prayer, and if you do, we can obviously things like anxiety, depression, and disappointment won't go away, but we'll have them in perspective and have a much more rounded, solid life. As we kick off this year, come and join us, Elim Church Romsey, any day this week, 7:30 in the evening, and pray with us. And what's going to happen, I have no idea. It's God's agenda, but it's fantastic. So how can I pray effectively? I would say just follow those principles of the Bible, and just persist. The parable of the persistent widow there that I shared with you talks about persistence. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Come down to one of the nights of prayer that we have, or come and visit us on Sunday. This Sunday, my wife Jackie is going to be speaking. It's going to be awesome. We look forward to seeing you 10:30 this Sunday, Elim Church Romsey. And thank you for joining us for Midweek Connect today during this week of prayer. God bless you.